Zinfandel, Zinfandel.
Which, if you didn't know, is actually the grape Primitivo in California.
Yes, it is. We're doing this.
But a completely different story.
This is Cline. Now, Cline, Fred Cline was one of the Rhone Rangers. These are winemakers in California that sort of really focused on Rhone varietals. Now, okay, this is an Italian varietal.
Is that what they call them, Rhone Rangers?
They call them Rhone Rangers. You got to remember that back in the 70s and 80s, everyone was grubbing up their great old Rhone varieties and Italian varieties and things like that to plant Cabernet and Merlot.
Cabernet, Merlot, and Chardonnay.
And what Cline and multiple others did was they just went, no, we shall keep our old vines, and that's why proudly they put ancient vines on this. Now these are the vines in this wine were planted over 100 years ago. So think about that. That's pre-Prohibition. So during Prohibition, the American time when America banned booze.
True, but they didn't ban wine.
They didn't ban wine, but a lot of vineyards were burnt.
Really?
A lot of vineyards were burnt, and so
Social history, folks.
so what they so this, you know, to have these ancient vines, if you've had these vines survive, you know, the Prohibition era, and then all of a sudden someone comes along and goes, we want Cabernet, and you go, well, I can earn a fortune doing Cabernet, or I can keep making this Rhone wine for next to nothing. What are we going to do? A lot of people grubbed up the Cabernet, and so they didn't.
That's happening even in Piedmont today. There's Piedmont is famous for all its weird varieties that you never find anywhere else, and they're pulling up all of those all their rare vines to plant Nebbiolo, which is a shame. So it still happens, but we need to safeguard these people.
What's wonderful about this, aside from the old vines, 100% vegan, gluten-free, and also they've got owls.
Oh, okay.
So, but for pest control, so basically they will use you know, it's like sending runner ducks into Vietnam.
They put owls in there.
Well, I don't know if they don't put owls in the wine. So
You're not allowed to say that.
what they do.
We do not support cruelty to animals.
No, far from it. But a lot of vineyards are using natural pest control. So let's say you've got a slug problem.
I would love
sending
if
ducks.
we turned up to Cline and there's just an owl sitting
just
there,
an owl
putting the fear of God in some crows or something. You know.
So yeah. So yes. Anyway. Maybe they use owls, maybe they use ducks, I don't know.
Do you know what's also amazing about this wine?
What?
It smells amazing.
Yeah, big brambles.
What could you possibly...
Blackberries.
Yeah, sure, whatever berry. You know, geese are fine. What could you want apart from this, you know, with a good old American tomahawk steak?
Well, that's it. This is why I picked this, because...
And because it goes so well with the American idea of food.
Yeah, big, bold, juicy, fruity, slightly sweet aromas, so you know, nudging into sort of compote and jam. And then you've got this darkness as well, this sort of licorice clove.
You can feel the Primitivo, but and you know, obviously Primitivo needs a lot of heat to get where it does, but this just adds that extra sugar and that extra alcohol. So it just takes it to another level.
And it's got the power and
guts. And it feels American. It just feels...
It does.
Yeah! You know?
But it's power and it's guts and it's got...
But it's still tempered.
But yeah, you've got acidity and balance, and the tannin isn't too powerful either. I mean, what vintage is this? This is... What vintage is it? 2019. So it's still a young wine.
These American 2019s, I tell you.
Yeah.
My God.
So put this with a steak, put this with a stew, put this with burgers. I mean,
oh my God, yes.
Think about a burger for a second. Is that you've got that meaty sort of thing, but you've got a lot of caramelized juices, and then you've got sweet condiments,
caramelized onion. You know, like the sweetness of ketchup,
the spiciness of
and
mustard.
This has enough alcohol and acid to just sort of be like not cut through quite, but just sort of
complement. Massage a burger.
Oh.
So yeah, now we need burgers.
This is this is the sort of, you know, this is just a hedonistic pleasure.
Yeah, and it's on a promo, so it's cheaper. I can't remember what it is, but we'll put that in the message below, in the comments bit below. So we think you should give this a go. It's really lovely. It just embodies the United States. It's brilliant. Yeehaw.